Battlefield's free-to-play Battle Royale REDSEC is finally here, and I want to help elevate you to the winner circle. Here are some tips to help optimize your Battlefield REDSEC experience. And if you stick to the end, I got some exclusive console settings that may shorten the learning curve if you're new to Battlefield or Battlefield's BR REDSEC. Alright, let's jump right into it. On your DualSense Edge controller, go to your profile, create a name specifically for this. Go to Custom Button Assignments. Me personally, I like to assign circle to my left back pedal and X to my right back pedal. Now you can switch it if you want to, but I feel more comfortable jumping with the right back pedal and drop shotting with the circle. For your left stick sensitivity, I like to put this on quick because most games don't, if any, allow you to change the left stick. By doing this, you can make sure that you have the quickest response when it comes to turning and finding an opponent. Now when it comes to your right stick, right now I have mine on default because the Battlefield in-game settings are so complex because you got stick curves of BF1, BF4, all these different types of Battlefields. So right now I have it on default, but if you do want to change your DualSense Edge controller, I recommend using Precise because it allows you to have a nice, slow, and steady aim when trying to track your target. Now for your trigger dead zone, since we have a DualSense Edge that we're working with, we want to shorten the trigger stops on our controller and make the range go from 0 to 1. That way we have the quickest response possible. Now if you see here, I'm gonna demonstrate how long it takes to get from 1 to 100. You can see how long that delay is. By shortening it down to 1 to where the blue area is at, you get an instant response and you can take down your opponent. You wanna do this for the left and the right. Or you can just go to the top where it says apply same settings for L2 and R2 and just check that. And it'll do the same thing for both sides. Now for vibration intensity, this is preference. I have it right now, I had it set to off, but if you really want that immersive experience like you're really in the Battlefield, you can leave it on strong and get that full experience. The same thing goes with the trigger effect intensity. You can put that on strong if you want it, but right now I have it off so there's no distractions. But I may turn it back on later so I can feel like I'm really on the Battlefield because with all the destruction and stuff in this game, it is super immersive. So that's preference. One more thing before we move on to the in-game settings, go to your console settings, go to accessories, go to controller, and your communication method, put it to USB cable. Because there's nothing more instantaneous than a direct connection. Just like how you have your internet, you can either hardwire it or go over Wi-Fi. They both work, but having a direct connection will allow you to have the best response. Next, we want to go down to screen and video output. Make sure that you go down to your VRR and it says 120 Hertz output. Make sure that is on automatic because you're going to need this for your PS5 to even think about giving you the most frames possible. This lets the PlayStation know what you're trying to strive for. And also you're going to need an HDMI 2.1 cable to also get this. So you got to have all these things in order to achieve the frames on the PS5. Otherwise it's going to lock you at 60. And the last piece to achieving the most frames possible is you got to go down save data and game app settings. And on here, you want to go down to your game presets. On your PS5, make sure this is on performance mode. This lets PlayStation know, again, I want to get the most frames possible. So this, with 120 Hertz checked to automatic, it should allow you to get 120 frames, or at least close to it. So far, playing Battlefield REDSEC, I've been getting like 95, but I'll get more into detail with that here in a second. Now for the in-game settings for Battlefield. These can be kind of complex, so I'm trying to walk you through what I got and as far as what's helped me make my experience better. Subtitles, you can either turn those on and off, that's preference. Master volume, I have it at 100. Tinnitus sound effects and tinnitus relief frequency, I have those both at the lowest thing possible. 0 and 2000 is the lowest it goes. I don't need the sound penalty, I already have the visual penalty. For your color profiles, I like to set my player color to something completely different. I always pick like a hot pink or whatever, something that'll stand out to me, but it's clearly different from my teammates. But another thing is the neutral color. By default, this is like gray or white, I think it is. But because this is like not like Warzone where the loot pops out and just floats, it kind of sits on tables. Sometimes it's hard to see things. If you set it to a yellow, a bright yellow, or like or maybe just like a lesser yellow, mixed with white a little bit, like a creamier yellow, it allows you to see these things that as you run into the buildings, they're clearly going to stand out to you. This right here has been one of the single best things that I've done to help me locate items quickly and find things, because you can really walk past a lot of these things because they blend in on the table and they're colored by default. It's like white or gray. Next, go down your camera effects, your world motion blur, turn that off. Weapon blur, turn that off. Infantry HUD motion off. All these things you want it as low as possible or completely off, because we don't need any kind of extra shake or visual distractions. Okay, next, again, like your own personal preference, if you want the vibration on or off, you can choose to do so. If you want that extra intensity or the rumble of the controller, I have mine set off. For your adaptive triggers, weapon fire and weapon zoom, I have these turned all the way down. So again, this is where it comes into a preference thing. That is completely up to you. You can obviously keep the things that you like, change the things that you don't like, but I'm just here to get you started and to help make your experience as seamless as possible. Now go to gameplay. If you're an inverted player, you can change this all by hitting on, or you can do individual ones here and tweak them on and off. Every player is different in this regard. So for all these things right here, so far I have everything pretty much set the same as it was on default. Aiming sensitivity on infantry, I think I might have changed that to 40. If it's not on by default, you can change that to 40. It feels comfortable for me, but obviously tweak it as you please. Go to the gun range and try to see what feels comfortable for you. I'm not a huge fan of the parachute mechanic here. I wish I can just cut it as I fall, but I just have it on skydive insertion. The roll camera landing on this, I haven't tried it off. I'm gonna have to try this one, but by default, when you hit circle, when you roll, when you jump off a building, you'll roll, but I think you can turn it off and it may go into like a third person and see your character roll instead of your whole camera, but I haven't tested that one out yet. If somebody knows, please let me know down in the comments. Okay, now I'm gonna go all the way down, past vehicles, and go all the way down to the aim assist. Mine's I have it set on BF4. It's felt really good for me right now. I've seen a lot of people use BF1, but I'm using BF4. Aim assist at 100. I have my aim slow down at 80, so when I'm zooming in a little bit, it will slow down and I can really focus in on my target. Now I'm going down to the HUD, show HUD on, infantry motion HUD, I have that turned off, vehicle HUD motion off, all these things are off. Now the soldier overlay and vehicle, I have these things just set on default. Now if you go to advanced HUD options, go down to vehicle HUD, you can set a different color for specific vehicles. I just have my tank, my jet, and helicopter all different colors, so it's easier for me to identify which one is which. Now for minimap size, I have it set to large because I want the most information as possible that allow me to see the most of the map. My view distance on foot, ground, and air, I have it set to the max, which is 300 on all three. Again, you want the most information you can, especially when in the middle of a battlefield. Now for my crosshair color, I have that set to yellows, just something easily identifiable. And also you want the intensity to about 80. I think it puts like a black outline around it as well to help it stand out. And for my crosshair, I like it thick. Okay, that's it for that. So next, go down to controller, go to edit settings, and go to control settings. So here, infantry aim sensitivity on 40, it feels nice to me. My FOV right now, I've been playing with 110, 115, but until I can get more of a feel, I would think I'm gonna just leave it on, I think 110. But anything's better than the standard, where I think it's like 90 or something. It allows you to see more of the field. You can react to things a lot quicker. And actually it makes your aim easier to shoot too, because your camera's not jumping around as much because it's not zoomed in. For your input curve, you have a lot of options here. Like I said, I've been using, I think BF4 is what feels more comfortable. If you don't like that, try BF1. And if you don't like that either, obviously tweak it as you see fit. For the stick input acceleration presets, I had this for BF4, BF3, and BFBC. That is, God, that's a lot to say. But that's what I have it set on. My aiming left to right acceleration 20. I believe I have all my movement stuff set to default. If it's not, these are the things that I have set it to, but I'm pretty sure they're set on default. My aim sensitivity, I have it at 85. So when I'm zoomed in, I move a little bit slower so I can track my target better. But I have everything from a 1x scope all the way down to just about a 4 or 3.5 at 85. Then my scope's going from a 4 to a 5. I had them set at 100. A little bit more zoomed in, 5 and 6, I had it 125. And then for the bigger zooms, 8 to 10, I have it set at 150, because when you're zoomed in so much, it's hard. The slightest movement will throw you off. So you want to have a little extra speed to help track that target if you zoom all the way in like that. Now, when it comes to those helicopters, my goodness, they are hard to control. I'm used to pushing up on the left stick and down on the left stick to go up and down. So that's what I changed it to. In the throttle up and down, I hit L1 and R1. This is obviously to go put gas on it or to actually reverse it. This right here, I'm experimenting with, so you don't have to follow me on this one. I just need to figure out a way for myself to make it feel more comfortable, because I've seen way too many war accidents with people crashing helicopters, and this one is tricky. So this is experimental right here. So do whatever feels comfortable for you. And then when it comes to the controller right stick dead zones and left stick dead zones, for my left stick I have it on 0 and 2 because I want the most instantaneous response I can get. For your right stick, you can put 0 and 2 as well, but if you are experiencing any kind of slight stick drift, which I was experiencing as I noticed it in the helicopter, you can just leave these on default 8 and 6 and you should be good. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want the most frames possible, you can change this from balance to performance. The difference is balance allows you to have the best visual experience at the cost of frames, and performance allows you to have the best gameplay experience at the cost of visuals. So it depends on how you want to experience the game. So there you have it. That should be enough to at least get you started if you have no idea what you're doing or any of the controls. So hopefully this makes it a lot more comfortable for you and you can enjoy your time in the battlefield, man, because I'm having a lot of fun with this. The destruction aspect of it is absolutely amazing. The intensity of the fire feels so realistic and it feels like you really can't afford to even risk being close to that fire. Anyways, man, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you found it helpful at all, share it with a friend. And if you want more content like this, consider subscribing. Oh, and good luck out there. Just not against me. And I'll catch you in the next one.